The Clippers are isolating more than the Heat are, but they only turn it over on 6% of those isolations, which is second best, and they have the sixth best points per possession on isolations. So basically, Kawhi and Harden have said, well, pick and rolls don't work anymore because we don't have a roll man as a threat with Zubac hurt and nobody else really likes to roll. Brook Lopez will pop. I guess we just have to do it ourselves. It's the Thanos meme. Fine, I'll do it myself. They've been amazing at it, but I want to note, even being sixth best in efficiency on these isolations is just 1 point per possession. Now, this is where we talk about relativity because, yes, they do have the sixth best efficiency on these ISOs. They're doing it 13% of the time. But 1 point per possession in modern NBA is not good offense. It's just not. Teams are scoring at way too high a rate. You have to be able to create better offense that's scoring closer to 1.2. Some of the best offenses, the Nuggets right now, 124 offensive rating, Knicks 121. You just have to score at a higher rate. And while it is nice that Kawhi and Harden are elite isolation players, these things will matter more at the end of games and playoff games, as we've seen. Over the totality of a regular season, you need your offense to score at a higher rate than they're capable. Even as elite isolation players, you need your offense to score at a higher rate. And that's where having an elite screener like Zubac helping Harden and Kawhi get into the paint, helping create sprays out to the perimeter so they can get more open in rhythm threes rather than relying on Harden to draw fouls on threes, hit tough step backs. Like, you need more diversity to your offense, and completely removing a screener from your offense, it just makes it harder. I think when Zubac gets back, if he can be his best self, not only is he going to help normalize the defense in addition to the shooting luck, but I think he's going to be a big boost to the offense as well.
Yeah, those are great points. I definitely think the Clippers look at the kind of isolation offense as ways to create gravity, to create shots for others, because like you said, they don't have the greatest rolling threats. I think they've always pretty much been a heavy isolation team. Any team that has James Harden is going to be a heavy isolation team. Like we know that that's the case. And then Kawhi also loves to isolate, and those guys are incredible. But like you said, this is generally, even for very efficient isolation offense, is generally low efficiency offense relative to other things that you could potentially do, especially when you compare it to transition baskets. Those are like the highest efficient attempts, but efficiency attempts. But all that said, I do think that they can get by on their isolation-driven offense as long as those guys are creating for others, if their defense continues to play at a high level. And that's how they won last season. They had a relatively similar amount of isolation last season, but the defense was dramatically better. And if you can hold teams down like they did, you can win with ideal offensive approach, although they can improve upon it. Like you said, I think if you get the best version of Zubac, you add in Brook Lopez with the spacing, now your isolations are even more devastating. It requires help to come from further away. It opens up shooters, with more space around them. Those guys can play even better and be better, the best version of themselves in terms of the shooting ability. You have pick and rolls where you have better spacing around them. All these things can get better and better, and I think that they will. But to me, the biggest factor for the Clippers is going to be the defense. Can the defense be anywhere near as good as it was last season? To do that, they're going to have to rebound a lot better. They're going to have to generate turnovers a lot more than they have. They've been lower on turnover generation. And then they're going to get the 3-point shooting luck. I believe that that's something that's just going to happen. So if they can work on that rebounding aspect, Zubac can come back, redouble his focus there, and then incorporate some more offensive versatility. Like you mentioned, the Clippers are going to be really, really in shape. And again, like you said, be a dangerous team for anybody who they deal with in the play-in. And then in the first round, if they're playing the Spurs or they're playing the Thunder, that is not going to be a comfortable and enjoyable matchup for any team like that.